What's up, guys? Coming to you guys today with a video about the German MG-34 project I got coming up. Stay tuned for some more information. Hey guys, just want to show you kind of a whole process of how my brain works on how I find out how I can, modify these to fire real bullets. Due to the fact that this gun is a replica, it doesn't fire, unfortunately, but it does have a working action. Fires from an open bolt, just like the MG. Pull your trigger, bolt slams forward to simulate a shot, but obviously doesn't actually shoot anything. This thing's got to weigh 25 pounds, and it doesn't even fire with no ammo in it. It's heavy, it's beefy. Without further ado, let's get into this thing. Lowered the camera a little bit so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. So down here you're going to see two, you probably can't see, but there's two little pins. You got one right there, and one right there. Ooh, butterfingers. Next step's going to be to remove the hand grip. Pretty simple, not much to it. Just enough to release that bolt. Doesn't actually swing a hammer, unfortunately. Flip it back around. On top of the feed tray cover, there's a long, thick pin running through right here. We're going to take our brass hammer and our brass punch, and we're just going to go ahead and punch that through. We're going to need a little larger punch. Now, once we got that removed, let's keep all our pins in one spot, all our punches in one spot. We can go ahead and start to pull up. Once it pulls up, you can remove the magazine tray. Top feed cover. Once we remove that, now we can remove the guide. Now inside, you see we just have a bolt. There's no catch to catch it right now. Two flathead screws down in here. You, again, can't really see them, sorry. You can take my word for it. There's two flathead screws in here to try to match the time period, World War I, World War II, in between. Next step's going to be to remove the bolt. Now, I'm not actually going to do that on camera just yet because I'm not in my workshop and don't have the ability to continue building. Long story short, we're going to remove this bolt, the spring, everything, and that kind of gives us an open chamber, if you will, to build something around, whatever we want. Gives you about, I don't know, 1.5 inch, 2 inch gap to drop whatever you'd like in there. We're going to flip the gun over. Now on the underside, there's a little flathead screw right here, right under my fingertip. I'm going to go ahead and use a flathead screwdriver, go figure, to remove that. Fucking flatheads. Now, with that screw being removed, it gives us the ability to detach the barrel shroud. Pulls apart fairly easy. And be careful, because out comes the fake barrel. This fake barrel is literally just that. There's no hole even in it. Kind of looks like there is, but there's not. No hole there. Got a hole on this side to kind of give you the feel and the look of a gun, but it's not. Now we're left with the barrel shroud with the bipod on it. Clear sight straight down it. Decent sized tunnel we have to work with there. Now with that being detached, I'll start sizing up what can I fit in there. This looks like I have about enough room to do a traditional 223 AR, so this may just be an AR base. I initially tried dropping an AR-10 barrel in there, but the gas block keeps seeming to get caught up on one of these seams. I could either use an end mill and try to mill it out a little bit, try to give me a little more room, see if I can get the gas block in there. I could try to find a low profile gas block for an AR-10 308, or I just go with the traditional 223. One issue I'm going to have with that is how long this fucking gun is. From the muzzle to the receiver, we're looking somewhere around a 28 inch barrel. So it's going to be a little tricky. I'm contemplating going with a 20 inch barrel with a possibly like a 4 inch extension. It'll get us the majority of the way there. Maybe throw a faux suppressor on the end to give you a little more extension. At the end of the day, it's a collector piece. It's going to hang on the wall, and if I want to take it out to shoot every so often, you can take it out to shoot. Firearm snobs are going to have a fucking field day with this one. It's not a real MG-34. It gives you the look and the feel for a fraction of the cost. This is just outright cool, man. I mean, it feels so real, even though it's not. They're great conversation pieces at the end of the day. People love to see them. They love to shoot them. They love the look and the process behind how do you fucking do that. It's cooler showing up to the range with something looking like this or the 249 that you guys saw. It's just a little different. So we're gonna go ahead and reassemble. On the handguard, you see this? That's got to clip into this little slot. Put that straight down in. Put your handguard back on. Soft-faced hammer. Give it a little tap. Give it a little tap. You're gonna have two different size pins. One's longer than the other. The long one goes up front. Shorter one goes in the rear. Now, if you put it in the wrong way, which I did because unfortunately I can't easily see it, this side is sticking way out. Not even connected. There's a big old gap behind it. So at that point, knock your pins back out. Again, not the end of the world. Clip it back in. It's just plastic. Make sure that's in there. Which it is. Lock it. Give it a little tap. As we said before, slide it through. Slide your other pin through. And this is going to be the same process putting this gun back together when it is ready to be assembled with its guts, if you will. Separate it again. I don't know if you play Call of Duty, but that's some Call of Duty ass shit you'd see. Slide your fake barrel down in there. Locks in. Sits right in place. And you're just going to go ahead and pop it back together. Just FYI, I drop shit all the time. All the time. So don't be surprised if you see that. Tighten our flathead right back down. Next, we're going to do the feed tray and the guide. Guide sits down in there. Feed tray locks in the back. And then you're going to just lower it down. We're going to take our long pin, run that in, give it a couple taps with a brass hammer. A couple more than a couple taps, apparently. And that's about it. We're back in action. But yeah, man, that's the next project I got lined up. Showed you guys how I'm going to disassemble and kind of my creative process of how I go about this. Should be giving you guys an update here in the next couple of weeks once I get some internals for this guy and when I start building things up. Ideally have your buffer tube run out the back through the stock like the traditional one, but we're kind of just using it for looks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed a closer look into my creative process of how I go about these things. Still have an MG-42 on the list. I'm trying desperately to get my hands on and I can't find it. Even the airsoft ones are constantly sold out. I'm going to have to keep my eyes peeled for that one, but I'm hoping I can bring another video to you guys with an MG-42 sitting here ready to roll. Stay tuned for more videos coming your way. More project videos like this, like the 1919, the Saw, the M60. I'm going to try to do a bunch of them. And I want to bring all these videos to you guys, try to show you some cool shit. I mean, everybody likes them, so why not? I'll see you guys next time.